Yeah, I get that it's confusing, and I'd happily have a conversation with anyone about it at any point. I think sexuality is fascinating. I think it's something we should talk about more, really. But,
Johnny, in the TA.
his response to his confusion was to sort of try and bully me. It was the worst form of bullying because it was sort of undercurrent, so you couldn't prove it, but it was constant. It was things like, I think this reveals a lot about him. Every time he got drunk, he kept getting his knob out and showing it to me, going, "Oh, you like that, don't you?" Bloody don't like it, Jesus. It's a car crash of genitalia. His knob did to my knob. You know when you touch a snail on its eye and it goes, "Oh." Wow. Turned it into a vagina. I told Mum that he kept getting his knob out and she went, "Too much Afghanistan." What does that mean? Like there's a perfect quantity of Afghanistan about it. Oh, no more Afghanistan for me. I'm so full of Afghanistan. He presumed I was gay. Often people do. How could you? I don't know how. But it's fine. I think it's interesting. When I said, "Oh, no, I'm actually bisexual," I think he thought I was asking for sex advice with women because he immediately went, "Oh, well, women like you to take control in the bedroom." I thought, well, I didn't ask, but let's see where this goes. Well, when I'm with a girl, I'll be like, "Go over there." Why is she over there? How long's your cock, Johnny?
Yeah, you've got to be the boss in the bedroom.
I haven't got time for invoicing. Do some accounts midway through. Oh, this was awful as well, because he was really hypersex, like really high libido. We're in central Lisbon. This girl walked past us, and he leant over to her and he's like, "Oh, she's fit, isn't she?" I was like, "She's clearly underage." "There's grass on the wicket, let's play cricket." People are still saying that sort of thing. So to appease it, I made up my own rhyme. "If you want to be a gent, get their consent." You know, just a fun one. Could have hashtag feminism. And I didn't want to be at loggerheads with him for the whole time because I've never been to Lisbon before, so I wanted to see that. I hadn't seen my mates for ages, so I thought I'll ask him about his life, see if I can get him to open up. So I said, "Oh, what's it like being in the TA? How does that work?" And he went, "Oh, well, probably go on a tour in the next couple of years." So, "Oh, a tour? What are you doing? Art centres? Theatres?" Just keeping it light. And he went,
"No, this isn't a tour like what you do. This is proper war."
"Proper war? Somebody's not done a gig in Wigan, have they?" Yes.
Johnny, in the TA.
Did not know what to do about him. For a while, and then I realised I know exactly what to do about you, Johnny. I'll use Claire's wisdom, I'll use Claire's philosophy, I'll be ever so slightly weird with you. And I don't think this is this weird. I said to him, "I don't like the name Johnny. I'm going to call you Renée." And then every time he said something hurtful, often it was misogynist, it just made me think that he was the butler to the Duchess. And it just took the sting out of everything he tried. God knows how it worked, but he hated it. I managed it maximum 4 times. We're in a nightclub that evening. Woman walked past us, and he leant over to me and went,
"Look at those great jugs."
About a woman. It's the 21st century. The only time I've said, "Look at those great jugs," is in the glassware section of John Lewis. It's the only time that's acceptable now, I'm afraid. And I went, "Oh, yes, lovely jugs, Renée." And he grabbed me, pulled me to one side. He went,
"Right, let's get this sorted before the rest of the stag do continues. You've got 2 choices. We can be friends, or you can keep calling me Renée."
"I'll take route B, please, Renée." I didn't. I agreed to it reluctantly because I was trying to be diplomatic and we were sharing the same hostel together. Lads. And I just avoided him for a couple of days. That's what I did. I did go into the group the one day. I said, "I'm just off to the shop to get some shampoo. Does anyone want anything?" And he went,
"Oh, can you get me some condoms?"
So I bought him a pack of condoms and he looked at them and he went,
"Oh, I don't like these. They're too tight."
"Any condom you buy, you can fit over your own head. If it's too tight, you have a medical emergency, I'd argue." Maybe he's using them wrong, some sort of sleeping bag system, I don't know. "Love it in my little condom." I don't know. But he came out the shower the one day, he had his body out, a little towel round him, and I spotted a tattoo on his hip there. And I don't have a problem with tattoos, I don't have any myself, but it was a quote, and you know how I feel about quotes. Claire wanted a quote tattoo at one point, but she doesn't really read. And she said to me, she's like, "Do you know any good quotes?" And I was like, "Well, I'll Google some." I found one that she quite liked. It was, "I believe in one thing only, the power of human will." And she's like, "Oh, that's lovely. Who's that by?" "Stalin." I'd Googled quotes by evil people. That's what I'd done. She could have had it. She could have had it. So I get it, you know, get a quote tattoo, fine, do whatever, I don't care. But just make sure you've read the book the quote's from. Because I said to Johnny, I said, oh, can I see what that quote is? And he went, oh, yeah. A few of the lads in the unit, we got drunk and got tattoos. Can't remember what it means exactly. It says, cogito ergo sum, which I think means I think I am. Now, some of us may know this. It means I think, therefore I am. So he was close. And I thought about it for a minute. I said, Johnny, you do know that quote's by a guy called Descartes. You do know Descartes' first name was Renée. What was that? Google it. And he Googled it. Oh, fuck off. We should scratch it out. In for a penny, in for a pound. Says, you do know Descartes was a very prominent homosexual. He wasn't. I just made it up. And what that quote means is, I think, therefore I am. And what it means is, even if you think just a little bit that you're gay, you are gay. That's what it means. That's true. We are not friends. We are not friends. He found out I was doing stand-up about it. He was ever so upset, rang me up. I said, don't worry, I've changed your name. They don't know you're called Peter.
God, that was so good, wasn't it? If you enjoyed that, stick around, watch some more, if you like. Like and subscribe, please.